Dig it.
I did like Jodie Foster. I love that she was a bitch and she finally showed her lesbian roots.
Did I mention it's our...
Women want to fuck him and men want to be him.
Right.
That's
him.
That's Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Right?
Today is December 28th and welcome to PopCast BOOM. I'm here, it's Alex. We're here with Joe and Chad.
How's it going?
Hello.
And I have the luxury of bringing you today's top story.
Woo!
Today's top story, which caught my eye personally, I don't know why, because I'm perverted in a sense, but is pornography on the 3DS. Now, the story goes, Tom Mayhew's 8-year-old son opened his 3DS gift on Christmas Day. Thinking that he had bought a new 3DS, slowly during the day, he ended up finding out that there was dozens of pictures of pornography on his 3DS. Now, the thing that doesn't surprise me is maybe you guys can guess. Where do you think he got this newly claimed 3DS from?
Off the street.
Pawn shop.
No.
GameStop.
Walmart.
Walmart. Which is clearly, of course. That's my thought. It's, of course, you got it from Walmart. You have shitty employees, you're gonna have shitty service.
Yep.
So, anyways, the kid found 3DS. Parents got upset. I'm summing up the story. I don't want to get too stuck on this. But, what a lucky kid.
How old's the kid, first
He's
of all?
8 years old.
Oh.
Which, I mean, he doesn't understand pornography.
He's not
Not
at the age where he's trying to coerce the parents to let him keep the 3DS.
Well, I personally think the kid's lucky.
Yeah, if he was a little older, it'd be better. Because I know me finding porn back in the day was so hard. It's so
yes.
easy now, though. But
Well, yeah.
Kids
it's
have
so
it
easy now that porn comes on your 3DS. It's awesome. I wish I was 8.
You know, I have a 3DS, but I've never intentionally looked for porn on it. Yeah, maybe I should.
Isn't that kind of like scumbaggish? That like
I would think
I'm
so.
searching
Yeah.
for porn on my 3DS while I'm gonna play Pokemon while
I
taking
think
a shit.
it's scumbaggish to look for porn on your smartphone. I mean, it's
I
you
don't
know.
know.
I've done that.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
I've
fight
done
you
that.
there, man. We're gonna fight you there. I think
Well, it's
90%.
convenient. You're in the bathroom, you know. I've done that.
Yeah, the phone fits nicely up your ass.
The vibration.
It's a
works.
perfect sexual.
On so
When
many
someone
levels.
calls you,
No, I got a couple questions. One, where did you hear this story from?
IGN.
IGN. Okay, so it's pretty reliable.
For the most
Two,
part, yes.
Did they get into specifics? Was it a used 3DS? Or
So
was it,
what they said was they said the guy who bought it claimed it was a new 3DS. He bought it off Walmart.
Yeah.
Odds are what ended up happening was somebody bought it, did whatever the hell they did, which is who knows who bought a 3DS and just put porn on it.
someone.
Because you
genius
have to be pretty fucked up to do that.
or genius.
Or genius. It's funny. So it was supposedly new.
No,
Turns out it
BS.
wasn't. What ended up happening was they bought it, didn't like it, repackaged it. Walmart bought it because their employees aren't trained to tell
Exactly.
what's new and used.
And even they don't even. They, a lot of the time they just repack it if it's just the box was slightly opened, or they may have thought it was unopened and to just send it back.
yeah.
Odds are they weren't trained.
Yeah.
I guarantee you a Walmart employee is not fucking trained in
No,
anything.
Walmart employee.
Have you seen the way they keep their stores? Crap.
Well, let's just say if they don't even train them how to like communicate with their customers, I doubt they're gonna train them on how to like search a 3DS for pornography.
But it's not even a 3DS. It's looking to see if something had been opened or used.
Right.
Like, that should be simple
Yeah,
enough.
Yeah.
But-
there was a
But
mistake there.
the fact of the matter is they just don't give a shit.
And the fact that they didn't have it, you know, do they refurbish? I imagine they don't. If they can't even look to see if something's
a major
used.
chain like that's not supposed
You
to
see, but I have worked in retail before, and I know that some managers, if someone returns it and they don't think that it was actually used, it was just a return, instead of
Right.
doing what they call a chargeback and get credit from the distributor, they'll just put it back on the
put it back on the shelf.
on the shelf correctly. Which, like I'm saying, even if they're Walmart employees are known for their lack of training, but I don't think one of their training mandates is to search a 3DS when it comes in. Maybe
Yeah.
it's going to be now because this guy's obviously going to win a lawsuit.
This guy, if I'm him, I'm at Walmart right in the wallet.
Right.
Exactly. He has to.
You know, all the kids' friends going to that same Walmart. Hey, which Walmart was that at?
Yeah.
They're just buying 3DS sales have gone through the roof in
I don't
rural
know.
Where was this at?
It was in Virginia.
Virginia. Oh, yeah. Then there's people searching for porn on their 3DS in Virginia.
Red states always have the highest porn traffic. Everyone knows that.
It was probably some senator is like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't want to get caught because I know the NSA is watching me now, so I'm going to watch porn on a 3DS because if they track it, it's just some kid that was looking at porn, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's evil genius there.
Yeah, it was just some dad who was fucking, his wife doesn't give it up, had a heart on, and his wife is such a prude that she doesn't
On
even
a
let him.
3DS?
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't
Dear
even let
God.
him jack off. And let's just say she's like a Mormon type of, and then like, the guy wants to jerk it, and he's like, well, I'm gonna get the son's 3DS. The wife finds it. What's this porn? Oh, Junior, you're a perv. Wrap it up, send it back. Case solved.
Hell.
There you go.
I don't know,
Just do it on your computer and erase your history when you're done.
The biggest complaint I have about this, for some reason, this to me, in the Hispanic community, this wouldn't even be a story.
No.
Just because the Hispanics don't fucking go complain about bullshit like this.
An Hispanic dad would have took the 3DS and said, gracias, and went to the fucking room.
Right.
I remember when
And
my
give
dad...
it back to you a couple hours later.
Poppy's gonna be away with this for 2 hours. Give me 2 hours.
I remember when my dad first found my porn. He like took it, and I found it later on in his drawer. I was like, "Motherfucker, stole my porn." He didn't just take it and throw it.
Now
away.
that's fucking creepy.
And then my
Yeah.
mom.
Thinking you and your dad jacked off to the same chick.
I don't think he jacked off to it though. I don't think.
Why would he keep it then?
I think they, when you're married,
Or when you
watch
get older,
porn.
son, you're more mature. But parents complain about fucking everything these days. It's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, there should have been a high five here, not a fucking lawsuit.
Not even a high five. Just discreetly take care of it and then explain to your son, look, that was somebody did something stupid. Don't worry about what you saw, and you're gonna forget it.
No, you know what it is? The kid was looking at porn. He got caught.
Probably.
And
I never thought of it that way.
And then, my son, doesn't lie to me. My son, and it's all bullshit.
I never thought of it that way.
That's
probably a good story.
I think that's more believable than a fucking.
Well, okay,
someone not-
but unless it's amateur photos.
That
Whoa.
you know what? You're right, because it could have been just someone taking with the self camera.
Oh, selfies?
Now, if that's the case, I would have done a search for this person.
They'll be on Reddit soon. Did it mention that?
No, not that I heard.
See, dude, that's the type of thing. Like
This is Reddit fodder.
I would comment on that too. Like on
Yeah.
the thing. Like that's a good question to ask.
But parents complain about everything. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
If you know what? But the complaint is what scars children nowadays.
But I think you're right too, though. But like, what if it was just a boob shot compared to like deep anal gaping?
Yeah, we
we
have to define the definition of pornography here for these days, because if it's some, like you said, if it's some side boob action,
Then the dad was exaggerating.
Yeah,
but
you
if there's
get,
wide
God,
open
your son will
man
get
ass-
over it.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at someone getting pink socked, then it's something that you might need to thoroughly explain.
I have no idea what pink sock
Pink
is.
sock.
What is
okay.
what is pink sock, Chad?
Pink sock is such deep anal penetration that on the withdrawal method, you're basically getting a prolapsed rectum.
A rectal prolapse. is
Yeah, a
called
rectal
a
prolapse.
what?
Or a pink sock. That's the slang for it. Pink sock.
Now, I've been a porn aficionado collector for going on 20 odd years since the AOL days, and I have never heard of the term pink sock.
I don't want to hear it. That's disgusting.
That is our new catchphrase. Get your pink sock on.
Pink sock on. That's how we end the show. Get your pink sock on.
Awesome. We got it.
Yeah, nice.
But
All right. DDS good, porn bad.
and that's another thing too that I guess that poses the question is the kind of pornography. Now, like you guys said, if it's hardcore stuff,
I'd be mad and I would sue.
I wouldn't.
I
But because the thing is though,
I would just not go to that Walmart again.
No, I'm not a sue happy person. You know me, I normally don't give a fuck. But if hardcore, I'm talking about really nasty. I mean, regular hardcore vaginal sex is okay even. I'm talking about some shit where like he's saying that pink sock shit.
Right.
I've seen a lot of porn where that comes out and I'm like, I want to write the porn company and say, what are you doing? And I don't mind a little bit, like when it pops out a little bit. But then as soon as when they're pushing and like their fucking teeth start coming out.
But it's a photo.
Yeah,
How hardcore can a photo be?
But 3DS also has video capability.
But that's not what they said.
What if
It's
there was a
pornography.
3D video and a big dick popped out in 3D in the son's face? Would you sue that, Alex? If a big 3D dick popped out on your son's face?
I would have
and leaked
sued
Big 3D
if
dick.
they would have given the perception of it being Mario, then Mario flops out his dick.
Yeah.
like 3D Jaws in fucking Back to the Future 2, where it comes out in 3D and pops out a big fucking dick from your 3DS. Oh, like Donnie Darko.
That's disgusting.
Shark still looks fake.
But this is another thing too. It's like in the European countries, they're completely fine with pornography.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Like
to an extent. Again,
to an extent, yeah, of course.
Pink socking is not very mainstream there, but
I don't even
side
think
boob
they
is-
know what fucking pink
I
socking
don't know.
is.
They just call it a Sunday afternoon.
I don't think we
call
should.
it
I don't
Sunday
think.
sex.
I don't think we should be patting all of Europe on the back with their tolerance. I've seen some shit out of Germany that's free.
But
I hope
again,
they never see again.
But again, that's not really tolerable to anyone if you're a humane. But general, like Alex is right. Like you go to a burlesque show anywhere in Europe, those girls are dancing with their breasts out, and it's a regular restaurant.
Yeah.
Here, in order to get that, you got to go to Dames and Games.
That's the thing. Sex isn't so taboo overseas.
It
It's
isn't
just
taboo in
only-
general
No, but here in the States, they make it taboo.
because they can make money off that.
Yeah.
It's fucking embarrassing. Anyways, I don't know. Parents just overreacting. What's new? You know what I mean? That's pretty much like the gist
It's
of the
not the
story.
first. It's not going to be the last. I
And
can guarantee
it's
you
not. And then definitely, I mean, I don't know. This is just me, but
Here's
I'm not
my-
surprised that this happened at a Walmart. I'm sorry.
Here's my
What
advice.
was this? Okay, Virginia. Okay,
Here's my advice for all involved. Grow the fuck up. It happens.
right.
Seriously.
Sometimes your kids get exposed to shit you don't want them to get exposed to too soon.
And not only that, nowadays, I think it's better to educate your kids about sex a lot earlier than
Yes.
before,
Yeah.
just because
I agree.
you know, you don't want another fucking teen mom
Yeah.
on your hands.
But at the
Precisely.
But at the same time, when you go to a Walmart to buy a 3DS, what he's mainly suing is that you don't expect. That's not.
No, definitely not.
You know that's not. It's not right either. But that's if it happened. But I think that kid was looking at porn.
I think it's honestly, it's just the parents found something to jump on. Now they're gonna try to get Walmart for what they can. It's just some frivolous bullshit that.
I agree.
These parents just need to fucking own up what they're fucking doing, talk to their kids, and then that's it.
Yep.
Now speaking of that, the first time I went to Vegas, shit, when I was about 13, you go there and they have pornography like right in the street. In the magazines, like those, it's pretty much you see boobs. I remember I took a bunch of those flyers
They
back,
advertise
and I
escorts freely.
Yeah, you're walking around.
Yeah.
And I remember I was about 14, 16, and this guy straight out just hands me those flyers while I'm walking by.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then, man, I took them. I remember my parents were like, "Oh, we're gonna go check out a casino. You want to go?" I was like, "Hell no!"
But that's the
I'm
thing,
gonna
too.
spend time with jacking off in this restroom.
But that's the thing too. You don't fucking hear people suing these guys over this bullshit.
No, because
But
It's Vegas. That's not
but
going to
you're
happen.
expecting that in Vegas, though. Like again, you're
I
not-
don't think your average person from Virginia that's never even heard of Vegas is expecting that kind of, at least not what Hollywood portrays Vegas.
You know what the nickname for Vegas is?
Sin City.
Sin City.
Right.
All right. So that the writing's pretty much on the wall. Don't expect cleanliness from a town that's nicknamed Sin City. You're there to gamble your money away in hopes of winning more money. And if you have the money after that,
But,
have some sleazy one night stand with someone who gets paid for it.
you know, you were there just recently, but aren't they trying to clear that image up?
Well, there's been I went 21 years ago. Well, with my mother and grandmother to Circus Circus.
Okay.
And that was really for the benefit of a few things, but I guess the whole thing was to get me to somewhat experience Las Vegas.
Okay, how old were you?
I was, I don't know, 14, 15?
You cannot experience Vegas at 14.
No, you can't. No. You know what? And I knew that then. But I had something of an experience.
Right.
All right. I go back some years later, and now I'm getting to now I'm having fun because I'm getting to experience it as an adult.
You mean recently you just went back?
Right.
Okay.
When did you go?
Yeah, when
where
did
did
you
I
go?
go?
When did you go?
When did you go? I left Tuesday and arrived Tuesday evening and around what?
So you were there on Christmas.
I was there on Christmas
Okay,
Eve.
thank you.
I arrived Christmas Eve and decided to kick back for a bit and then head downstairs and try and gamble some. You know, and I had some trial and error with gambling. For the most,
That's a good way to put it. I had trial and
I had
error.
trial and
So
error.
you lost. You lost more than you won.
I came with some money.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
Okay.
you know, yeah.
All right.
I mean, you know, but I think it was really.
It's called losing dick.
Like it's a fucking statistic.
Yeah. I mean, but I mean, again, seeing it as an adult as opposed to a teenager was quite the experience because seeing how much they built it up. For one thing, going down Vegas Boulevard and seeing, how how the hotels are stretched out from the Strip, like seeing the Aria from outside, seeing the Cosmopolitan, the Palms, all those hotels, how swank they were, how the message, the underlying message was, you'll never afford to stay here.
Yeah.
But, I agree with that.
No, isn't that the other side of the Strip though? Isn't it better? Like, because those are more of the older casinos, right?
No. Aria and those are relatively considered new.
Wow.
Aria, Cosmo, to an extent.
Palms kind of is relatively new.
Palms is a big deal.
Yeah.
The Wynn further down.
Yeah. Okay.
So for the most part, I stayed at this place called the Orleans, which is it's like just off the Strip.
Right.
Okay.
And it's built like New Orleans. You get that feel. And then I think the day after
Was
Christmas,
it flooded?
It wasn't. Oh no. Oh.
Sorry, I had to ask.
Damn.
Okay.
Was
icy.
the buffet food provided by FEMA?
Oh. Oh.
FEMA camp.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. Go ahead.
You get to gamble your rations. Okay.
I've seen FEMA trailers that are put together better than the room we stayed in.
Oh, damn.
But I mean, no, the rooms were okay. But day after Christmas, we decided to head out, the three of us, and that was just to gamble and experience other hotels. So that's when we hit downtown Las Vegas. Downtown Las Vegas.
Still trashy, right?
Oh, I am shocked that with a place that pulls in that much entertainment value and that much tourism, that much money generated, you'd think that downtown Las Vegas would be improved or somewhat gentrified. I don't know. I don't know if it's the point of all of that is to keep it kind of ghetto.
I think I was there 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. I'd been to Vegas off and on for year on for whatever. I always knew downtown was just crap. Mm-hmm. But from what everybody tells me, downtown has the better odds.
That's
so
true.
if you want to win, you're better off in downtown. But okay, so you get better odds downtown, but yet your odds of getting mugged are a lot higher.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
well, isn't that just how you characterize a downtown in any city? I'm saying like downtown LA is the same thing.
Actually, downtown San Diego's awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, San Diego's another level. And it's closer to Mexico, so what's up, white people? Mexico's not that bad, see?
Well, we went to the Fremont in downtown Las Vegas, and I decided...
legendary staple.
Legendary. And my mom and her friend are going to gamble there. I took a look around, and I said, I don't want to gamble here. And I decided to walk around downtown Las Vegas, just see what's all there. And there's a lot, tchotchke shops and everything else like that. It's like, well, it's no different than walking down Hollywood Boulevard.
Okay.
I think the most interesting thing I found there was a Heart Attack Grill.
A Heart Attack Grill?
You ever heard of Heart Attack Grill?
I think, for some reason, it rings a bell, but...
Isn't that Arby's? No? Okay.
Heart Attack Grill is where the calorie rate is skyrocketing with every meal. Like, they're purposely trying to give you problems. They advertise out front. If you weigh over 350 pounds, you eat for free.
Well, I thought assisted suicide
over
was
350
illegal.
pounds?
Right.
Oh, I'm in.
I just looked at it and I said, I thought that was a joke when someone mentioned that place, and I saw it for myself, and I was kind of stunned. But then I found myself at the Four Queens, which is the casino across the way from the Fremont.
Okay.
And what Alex said about better odds was true. Four Queens looks like a total dive. It looks, it may have kicked ass when it started, but it looks like shit.
Okay.
But my gambling odds were better. The funny thing is after we left downtown and went back to our hotel in New Orleans, I went down to the casino there and gambled better.
What casino again?
The Orleans.
Okay.
Taking notes. We're gonna stop by there.
I know.
You know, I played.
The only good thing is I have family there, so I get my room and boards.
Nice.
Set, you know?
Nice.
That's always good.
Well,
You know, played better slot games there. You know, played better video poker. It was like, okay.
not only that, too, from what my family members that do live over, they said the buffets are 10 times cheaper downtown than they are at the big casinos.
I believe it.
So eating downtown, gambling downtown,
For the most
and
part.
go get laid in the
In the
main
upper
part of the
casinos,
strip,
yep.
I did not eat it downtown. No, I mean, I think for 3 days straight, all I ate was Sbarro pizza.
Sbarro pizza.
Now you're in the buffet capital of the world,
Yeah,
and all you did was eat Sbarro pizza. That
I'm
you
not
could
good
buy
with
at the
buffets. I'm just not good with buffets, man. It's like
Too many choices.
mall. Not even the Heart Attack Grill.
I
would have gone in
I
there.
know, it goes Sbarro. I'm gonna make it's like going to Europe and then going to fucking McDonald's. Like,
Yeah.
all right, dick.
Yeah.
I wanted
But
to
have
try
you
the
seen their menu?
Royale with cheese. No.
Jesus, man. It's
Fucking
like,
quarter pounder.
you know, I had breakfast at the cafe 2 days in a row. I think that was worth it.
You know what?
The reason is because their metric system.
Oh, I love hotel breakfast, man.
Yeah.
I love hotel breakfast. Whenever I stay at a hotel, I'm always there in the morning. The coffee, the breakfast, bagels and shit.
I love the buffets, dude. It's just because you know what it is. It's like there's such a variety of food that
Yeah.
you normally wouldn't eat. I love trying everything out.
Yeah.
Like I think a while ago I ended up going to Laughlin. Fucking oh my god, that place is such a fucking shithole. You think downtown Las Vegas is a shithole?
This is worse?
Laughlin is catered to fucking old people. It's just fucking horrendous. Like, that's where the elderly go.
Yeah.
They go there to gamble. But man, at their buffet at the Harris was awesome. I had fucking crab legs till I fucking pooped crab. That was so good.
You made a Play-Doh crab out of the crab. Like, I'm not a fan of buffets because I'm not a big eater.
Right.
Unless I'm under the influence. But I don't eat a lot. So to me, like, they're usually a little more priced.
Not worth the money. I get that.
To me, it's not worth because I never eat that much. Where I do think they come into value is, like you said, you get to eat everything.
The variety.
Like, you're eating Italian, Chinese, and a hamburger. The last time I went to a buffet about 3 weeks ago, I actually saw a lady who was sticking to just the Mexican food.
That's like the worst for Mexican food.
Right, why? But not only that, but why would you go to a buffet all you can eat and eat the same type of food? Like,
That's weird.
Like,
Yeah,
go to a
that's
Mexican
strange.
restaurant,
Yeah.
and get some restaurant, and get Mexican food. But don't go to a fucking buffet and get like all you can eat tacos.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Even though I just said I'm not good with buffets, I've heard the buffet at the Orleans is just awesome. Problem is, I wouldn't have noticed, and I think I would have lost my patience if I stood in line because the line to get into the thing every time I walked by it was fucking massive.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
You know, and to Alex's truth, yeah, you know, Vegas is known for their buffets.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But, you know, I wasn't willing to try it this time, so I settled for less, i.e. Sbarro.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you go with what you know and what's
Yeah,
stable for you,
exactly.
You know? I don't like eating new stuff when I'm away from home because I have a bad stomach sometimes. So when I'm away from home, like in Vegas, I just really I try to stick to like when I'm away from home, I try to stick to Subway because it's kind of a fresh like.
Yeah.
You know, like, because sometimes you eat McDonald's. Like, I was in Indiana one time and I ate McDonald's. It was horrible. My stomach was like, I guess they use some kind of different kind of cheese and meat, but I don't know. So, anyways, how'd you make out with the cash flow?
I went in with 200, came back with 175. So
you didn't lose all of it. That's not bad.
I just over broke even. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Was that $25 in Sbarros?
No, that was relatively cheap. I was really surprised by that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if I didn't have family over there, if it were just me and the wife, I think I probably would stay downtown. Mm-hmm. But I mean, when I went last time, I mean, I went with all my mutual friends that are all married, and
Have fun.
yeah, it wasn't bad. But we went to the Luxor. And Luxor was a fucking piece of crap, dude.
And Luxor is considered to be a luxury place.
Well, I think it was back in the day, but now, I mean, compared to Aria, Cosmopolitan, like, I've noticed now that they're really staying away from the old Vegas that you saw in Casino and you saw in the Martin Scorsese films.
Well, there's no such place as the Tangiers, but I know what you're getting.
Yeah, I think Tangiers was actually Stardust, which they tore down.
Right.
But I miss the landmarks. I miss seeing Stardust.
Riviera.
I miss seeing
The
Riviera.
Tropicana's still there.
Yeah, you get some of that. Like the Coach, which is like it was one of the hotels where Joe Pesci banged Sharon Stone in Casino. I used to stay there. It was trashiest hotel, awesome. But I miss that down. So now it's like they're really catering towards more. Looks like a family-friendly Vegas, a more upscale, modern Vegas.
I think that's all the advertising, though. Because did you feel that way when you were there?
Well, you know what? I did see families a lot of the time.
You always do, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think every single hotel caters strictly to them. I think they have their areas in each one. Maybe those areas have gotten bigger since. But I don't think, I kind of knew I was going to see that at the Orleans. I didn't see any children
I wouldn't want to take my kids downtown. No way.
Yeah.
No.
And not even most of the places on the Strip either. I didn't see a whole lot of kids coming out of, say, the MGM Grand. There's a lot of adults walking around that place.
That's around the area. That's like, I think Excalibur's still there, right?
Excalibur's still there.
Luxor's still there, and then I think those all are close to MGM.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's certain the ones I know that cater to families are
Treasure Island.
There's Circus, Treasure Island, Excalibur.
Right.
I know that the Mirage in a way does. I've heard that what's another one? Well, the name escapes me right now, but there's quite a few, and I know that there's ones that will just cater to an upscale crowd, families not included. Like places like the Cosmopolitan.
Aria, yeah.
Or Aria. Paris, I think, is another one.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, looks can be deceiving. Like what Alex said about Luxor. My mom told me that she didn't really think much of the MGM Grand when she stayed there years ago. I don't know what's happened since. I remember I know
what happened. Fucking Tupac.
Yeah.
Outside MGM.
I was the first time I went to Vegas. The MGM was probably about a year old, so that's how long ago I went, and that was probably around the same time you went, right? I think Luxor and MGM were built around the same time.
They were just. I think MGM was almost complete the first time I went, and Luxor was in the stages of finally getting that pyramid built.
Yeah, I went a little bit after that once it was already complete, and I've been there sparingly since then. But yeah, it has changed a lot since then.
Like in my memory, I don't know. I always get excited when I'm driving down the 15 freeway, and you don't see Vegas. Especially at night, but you look in the sky and you see that huge beam of light. You're like,
Luxor.
Almost there.
Yeah.
Like, that's exciting. But other than that,
coming back from downtown in the evening was a unique experience.
Yeah.
There's a song, Anima by Tool, where they tear down Los Angeles in a lyric that says one great big festering neon distraction.
Yeah.
You could say that about Vegas at the Strip at night.
Yeah.
One great big festering neon distraction, but it's a pretty one.
Yeah. Heard it. I'm gonna go get me a hooker and some
the
chips.
Palms at night. It was like
awesome.
I just like staring at it. It's not overwhelmingly impressive. I just like looking at it. I was like, yeah.
Nice.
I could see staying there if money wasn't an object. Hell yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
That's one thing we gotta do one time too. What would you do?
Go to Vegas.
No, money's not an object. Vegas, that's it. That's what I want to do.
Vegas, yeah. If money wasn't an object, I didn't have to worry about it. Vegas, fuck yes.
Damn.
Yeah. So, when you were in Vegas, what did you do? Did you do anything?
I didn't want to do a whole hell of a lot. All I did was, gamble, chill out a bit, hang out with my mom, hang out with a friend. I didn't want to do anything, too outrageous.
Right.
I'll do that when I'm with my friends. Like, if we decide to pull our money together.
Right, and go fuck around.
We'll go fuck around.
And it was Christmas. You'd have to be some kind of scumbag to go all fucking
it's the holidays,
debauchery over in fucking Vegas. Like, today, I want to be a fucking rock
even
star.
Strippers need gifts, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, I know how. They probably would have been extra giving.
But,
so it might be into the spirit of giving, like you said.
The only thing I broke away from in the usual, eat, sleep, gamble, was go taking a movie in the theater that was in the hotel.
Oh.
In the multiplex.
Oh, wait. There's a theater in the hotel?
There's theaters in every hotel.
Oh, shit.
Really? I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. And is the ticket part of your room, or you have to buy the ticket?
No, you have to buy the ticket separately. This is a whole separate thing. Because people can walk in off the street and go to the multiplex
So which theater was this?
This was Cinemark.
Orleans, right? Wow.
No, but I'm sorry, the Orleans?
It was in the Orleans. It was in the Orleans.
Is it a nice theater?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was like slightly.
I didn't know
it was
that.
like a slightly better AMC.
So I don't think the Luxor had a movie theater in there.
I would actually, for like, dude, that would be so cool. Like the next like big movie we really want to see, go to Vegas, stay in the Orleans or something like that in a hotel, and like go see it in that theater.
You know what though? Like, that's smart.
Yeah,
It is.
Because you know what? You want to keep them in them in your casino as long as possible. All right, that's brilliant.
Yeah, they should even have a fucking little slot machine right there while you're watching the movie.
Exactly, a little kiosk. Oh, this part of the movie's boring. Let me fucking gamble a little
The
bit.
best part, matinee. It was the first showing, the matinee showing.
Empty.
Yeah.
No, it was quite full. You could take beers in there, which was kind of obnoxious, but oh well.
But no, I'm not drinking that much these days, but I am going to Vegas to see. I don't know, something that comes out in 2014 that's big and cool. I can't think of anything right now, but I'm gonna see it in Vegas theater with beer. And so,
But you know, there's even theaters here that do beer.
Yeah,
I want the
Arclight-
Vegas thing.
Arclight does beer.
I want to go gamble, get a fucking stinky ass lap dance, go pass out in my room, wake up at fucking 2. Wait, now is the theater showing 24/7 just like Vegas?
No, there's hours. They keep hours.
I had changed.
Yeah.
All right, so hold on. Before you tell us what you saw. Now, this is me. When I go to movies, I always love seeing the trailers. Was there any good trailers?
There was a couple, one or two.
Okay, what were they?
I don't know. I'm kind of impressed. Seeing this trailer the second time around, the Jack Ryan trailer. I'm curious about how this is going to turn out.
Okay, the Kevin Costner movie, right?
Right, and I did see the one for damn, I forget. I can't remember but the one that's the one I'm really holding on to
Okay.
because that one does look impressive.
And what did you end up seeing?
American Hustle.
Oh, what did you think?
Okay, I like David O. Russell.
Right.
I think he makes good movies, and even when he stumbles a bit, it comes out more interesting than most directors.
Like, what would you say he stumbled in?
I Heart Huckabees, but that's one I've grown to like over the years.
That was him?
That was him.
Oh.
However, I know people think this thing is Oscar bait. I'm not inclined to agree. That's not saying I didn't like it. You know, but there were things that I was like, maybe it was trying a little too hard to be that left of center thing that looks like it could be Oscar bait but isn't.
Yeah.
You know, it looks can be deceiving sort of thing.
Speaking of Oscar bait, now just quick question about the movie. Is the movie a comedy or a drama?
It's a drama. It's a dramedy.
Because I know they're pitching it as, I think either the Golden Globes, they're pitching it as a comedy. But I never got that from the trailer.
They're trying to squeeze it as many movies in as possible, so that's why they have a comedy and drama.
That's so fucking stupid.
Well, that's why the Golden Globes are fucking
You know what?
stupid.
It's a drama with some dark comedy to it, but not insanely dark.
Like in Tomo, like most of his films, right?
Well, let's see. Spanking the Monkey was dark, but you know it was funny. You know, you had to be humorless not to laugh at some of it.
Well, you went way back too.
Yeah, his first
I
film.
was thinking more of like Three Kings.
Oh, I didn't know he did Three Kings.
Yeah,
That's
see,
awesome.
I think that's a perfect example of his
Three
type
Kings?
of style.
You know, I didn't even realize he did The Fighter. That's fucking badass. That was a great movie.
I consider The Fight. I personally think The Fighter is his best film.
I have
I think
not
that's
seen
Mark
The Fighter,
Wahlberg's best film.
and I
Yeah.
consider Three Kings to be George Clooney's best film.
That was a good movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
You didn't like Ocean's 11?
No, you know what?
Ocean's
That's what reminds me of. American Hustle reminds me of that Ocean 11 type, and I hate those self-indulgent where like all the actors are cooler than cool. You know, ding 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 ding.
No,
Like,
I mean in fact,
that's the tone I get from
that's
it.
That's the main tone you learn part of the way through the movie, is that they're shielding themselves to who they really are.
Well, I know, but I mean, when Scorsese does that, I love it because but I don't think it was a good mix for this film, and that's what I kind of get from it. So, what's your Chad's 3-minute review?
American Hustle. If you like Harry 70s shit, you'll probably like this movie.
It's gonna bomb then.
No.
Which I don't. I'm done.
Fuck, dude.
You know, I'll give it this. All the acting accolades that people are talking about of the 4 or 5 principal players in this is deserved.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one character who's probably going to run away with an Oscar for
Christian
this.
Bale.
Don't get ahead of me. That, you know, to me was just one of the most exhausting characters in this entire thing. That I wanted the character. I was hoping the character would die at the end. I really was. And
Who's that?
Jennifer Lawrence's character, man, I really, she just wore me the hell out. It was, how to describe? I think the best way to describe her is that she's manic, up and down, manipulative in a way, or several ways, and it just felt like a screw was being slowly turned into my skull.
I got this. Mm-hmm. Is she a mouthy bitch?
Something like that.
I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
Mouthy bitches.
Something.
My one hatred in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. But okay, you're giving us the thing, but okay, what's the main plot of the movie?
Yeah, give us a synopsis.
There's two con artists at work.
Okay.
They get snared by an upstart FBI agent.
Which is who?
Which is Bradley Cooper.
Okay.
And
the two con artists are who?
Are Christian Bale and Amy Adams.
Okay.
They want to spin it as wants to use the two of them to further his career.
In the FBI?
In the FBI. Okay. 4 big busts. They have the potential to land someone big in a I forget what Jeremy Renner's character does, but it's pretty high up. But he's shady.
Jeremy Renner's in it? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but he's shady.
He's like in the Avengers. Huh?
It's all. And they're trying to work so many angles to this thing to try and pull it all off. But there's personal stonewalls and there's professional stonewalls, and they bill Lawrence's character as the one who could just fuck it all up.
Who's Bill Lawrence?
No, they bill Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
They purposely institute her character as the one who could screw up everything with one mouthy remark or one.
So you know what this sounds like to me? Sounds like Casino. Jennifer Lawrence is the Sharon Stone of the movie.
Why do you think I mentioned Martin Scorsese? I'm just saying, Martin Scorsese does those movies good, but yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
That's what it kind of sounds like.
You know what it kind of sounds like too? Ah, shoot. Okay, Martin Scorsese film, and the guy, his name is escaping me. The original writer of Get Shorty,
Elmore Leonard.
It sounds like a fucking.
I think Elmore Leonard would have really dressed this thing up.
But that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a Scorsese mixed with a Leonard movie,
right?
Man. And it doesn't. I guess that's what's not appealing to me. It doesn't seem anything like we haven't seen that Sharon Stone's mouthy bitch character. Mm-hmm. I hated Sharon Stone in that movie. How
she was greedy.
Yeah,
greedy.
Well, I mean,
not mouthy, but greedy.
You know what? Her character I hated when I first saw that movie. But I saw it recently on Netflix about 2 years ago, and they give a little hints about her troubled childhood and her past. And then so now I pay attention. Now that I'm older and I'm realized fuck, that explains this character, why she's so fucked up, because of her fucked up adulthood. So are these characters damaged, fucked up adulthood, childhood? They will get into the childhood, but they're fucked up. They're all fucked up in their own way. Yeah.
Best part for me though, Louis C.K.'s in this thing.
Oh shit!
Sold. I'm gonna see it now.
Yeah, see it. Sold. Trust me. I mean, if you come away from a different opinion, you think it's worth Oscar attention, it will get it anyway. Go see it, but maybe I need to see it again. I'll wait on that.
Yeah,
but Louis C.K. in this thing was a welcome surprise.
That's cool.
I read online. There's a magazine that Louis C.K. interviewed David Russell. I don't know which magazine. I think Complex. Okay. It's online. Look it up. It's very interesting.
I'll do that.
Cool.
Oscar-worthy performances in this thing. There's quite a few.
Cool.
I mean, Christian Bale certainly deserves
that guy can't. I mean, the only bad thing he's ever done was fucking Batman Rise, The Dark Knight Rises, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
that guy's untouchable. Dude.
They pretty much all deserve some Oscar content. Well, except Renner. I mean, I don't know. Renner wasn't bad, but I think he's the throwaway in this.
Well, he's the throwaway. He's everything.
He's always a throwaway.
Four of the five, Cooper, Lawrence, Adams, and Bale definitely deserve.
I hope they kill him in Avengers 2.
Yeah. Jeremy, if you want to come on the show and defend yourself, let's do it.
You look like a kid and you're in your 40s. Explain yourself.
I'm trying to get him on, Chad. You're a fucking cunt.
I hope they kill him in Avengers 2.
Dude. I didn't hate him that much.
So, I mean, in general,
if I had to get on a star scale of 1 to 4, 3.5.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 4.5
interesting review of American Hustle.
4.5 stars. I'm gonna check it out eventually. I actually was able to see a movie yesterday. 47 Ronin, the new Keanu Reeves movie.
I've been wanting to see that.
Looks interesting though.
Because you know what about Keanu Reeves? He almost never does a bad movie.
That I agree.
Whoa, go on.
I mean, I don't consider some of it really good, but I walked into 47 Ronin saying, if I'm as satisfied with this movie as I was with Constantine, I'll be okay.
Exactly.
I'll be
That's
okay.
the bar.
Yeah,
Because
for a
I
Keanu
liked
movie.
Constantine.
I did too.
I especially like the part where he tricks the devil in the end.
Yeah.
He heals him of the lung cancer, then
Yeah.
he fucking flips him off. That was great.
Yeah. I mean, as someone who was familiar with the comic series Constantine, but didn't really have a vested interest, I didn't really give a fuck if he was British or
AKA
blonde or
Hellblazer.
black. Yeah, I didn't care about the fanboyisms that they didn't include.
Right.
But I thought overall, as a movie, as a by itself, it was good.
And not only that, you got the character. You knew
Yeah.
who Constantine was.
Exactly. 47 Ronin, kind of the same thing. We kind of know the story. It existed. It's been in other movies before. This take of it, they throw a fantasy element into it.
So it has kind of a sucker punch vibe.
Not even.
I mean, the stylistic aspect of
You
it.
want to compare it to something? You know me. I'm a fan of Japanese cinema.
Okay.
For a while. Think of those big budget fantasy Japanese movies that you see on Netflix. I mean, they're in the theater in Japan and everything, like Zoo Warriors and all that
Okay,
kind of stuff.
but how about the person that's not into the Japanese, like American-wise? What would you
You
compare
won't
it to?
like it. And I think that's the big problem right now because
No, but what would you compare it to?
a Japanese movie.
Which one specifically is what we're asking?
There was one, like the Jet Li movies, like those
Oh.
straight to DVD kung fu movies.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But the big budget, I can't think of a specific one right now. But there's a ton of them. You see them on Netflix where like they're big budget for Japan or for Korea.
Yeah.
But or Storm Warriors, back in the day they had like. I'll find
I'm
some
lost,
examples
go ahead.
from you. Okay, hold on. Oh, I can't send Netflix. No, I'm gonna find out.
I've been wanting to see that though.
Well, it's okay, but it's just like a Japanese movie. 80% of the time, everyone in the movie except for Keanu is Japanese
Yeah.
or Asian. Which again,
Which
I'm not
reminds me of the Tom Cruise, the Last Samurai.
right.
Yeah.
But I liked that was
That
good.
movie's better because it was a
Okay.
good movie,
Right,
good
I
believe
direction. This movie, the story was old, the effects were good. It was entertaining. At the end of it, I enjoyed it.
Okay. I think that's what I'll probably go into.
So
expecting.
47 Ronin's like a comic book movie come to life.
3 stars.
Okay, and whereas Last Samurai was more engineered to be a sweeping epic.
Right.
Okay.
Let's just say if I like 3D movies.
Okay.
I have. I mean, I have hope in the 3D thing because I saw Avatar in the theater 3 times. Was blown away.
He was really impressed.
Right. I saw the IMAX 3D Hubble telescope. Awesome. I didn't get to see Gravity, which I hear is also a
good 3D
showcases
movie to
3D.
watch.
Yeah.
So that's why I still have hope. But when I find out a movie was done in 3D post-production after the movie was done,
It's not worth watching.
It's not worth watching.
Right.
If I had paid the premium to see this movie in 3D, I would have been pissed off and disappointed and really mad. Since I paid the regular $9.50 for me and my family, it was okay, entertaining.
I rarely go see movies in 3D.
Yeah.
There was one movie that general audience thinks it's shit. I personally enjoy it. Fucking Resident Evil Afterlife was fucking badass in fucking 3D.
I didn't see it in 3D.
But the movie was geared towards 3D.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Right.
So, the effects you saw, everything worked.
Filmed in
but-
3D is perfect.
Exactly.
I've been finding myself lately enjoying the trailers for movies. Before them, I've always since I was a kid, and I know you guys.
Yeah.
We've seen movies together as kids. Always showed up at least 30 minutes before the movie. I do sometimes an hour to get a good seat still. I don't know if you guys do that now, but I enjoy the before the 20 minutes. I like being there because they usually show you some TV shows and things like that. I want to have a good fucking seat. I have a good seat. I'm there. I'm enjoying myself. The trailers start coming up. Not even trailers for the movies. Trailers for AMC. They changed. They used to have this little film strip that was doing like these little magical things
Right.
jumping around.
I remember that.
Now they have practically ripped off the red dots from 7-Up. If I was working with 7-Up, I would sue AMC. It's just a bunch of red animated dots with glasses and like little hands jumping
What?
around doing.
I've always found it interesting. Why have a trailer for a theater you're already in?
I don't know.
That always made no sense to me.
It's
Exactly. There was 4 1-minute long advertisements for AMC. Then,
Good God.
there was the snack advertisement.
Like if you needed convincing enough to go to AMC.
Then they showed you the old school, please turn off your cell phone announcement.
Right.
Then they showed you the 1.5 fucking minute long animated feature about turning off your cell phone. My brother looks to me, and Raymond, who unfortunately is not in today, he had to go work, looks to me and he goes, wow, this is amazing. This sucks.
Yeah.
It does.
That's why I don't go to AMC.
Is it an AMC
It
thing,
might be an
or-
AMC thing.
AMC is the biggest movie theater chain there is. It's the McDonald's of movie theaters.
Which is, I think they're Regal Entertainment. I think that's what they're under.
I think so now. Yeah,
Right.
I think which was also swallowed up my former favorite theater chain, Edwards.
Yeah.
I like going to Edwards for a while, and then they got corporatized, and it's like they fucked it all up. But this is why I will go to ArcLight almost every time to see a movie.
Well, you pay a premium as well.
You pay a premium, but you know what you also get with your money? No commercials,
That's it.
and 3,
Right.
maybe 4 trailers minimum.
I'm gonna start going to Arc. Like, I enjoy that.
It's
I
worth paying the
yeah.
extra $2-3 per ticket.
Okay, so I'm there 40 minutes early. I see the 20-minute previews of like TV shows, car commercials, then the 12 minutes of the AMC advertisements, then the trailers. My favorite part of the cinema. I get to see what's coming up and what I like
right.
and what's going to be cool next year for me to see. There was 8 trailers.
Wow, that's a lot.
I am seeing 0 of those movies. The only one I remember was the one with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube.
Which I think they're even showing on television now.
Right along. No, it's a new one.
No, they're just showing it on
the
television.
trailers.
now, Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I've
Right
seen that.
Along
I've seen
or
that
Right. And something called Vampire Academy.
Never heard of
Wow.
It's based on some kind of book. It's like a Twilight mixed with Hunger Games.
Oh, Jesus.
Horrible. But yeah, that is horrible. Before, I would at least see one trailer that I was interested in. I saw 0, and this is a movie, 47 Ronin. It has Keanu Reeves. I love. He's cool.
it. Bill and Ted.
Has Ronin, samurai, Japanese culture, which I love.
Right.
The trailers had nothing to do with anything. I remember they used to put at least similar. Like, you will go see a horror movie.
Yeah.
You'll
You'd
see horror trailers.
Yep.
Right.
Right, and then you would be, get excited. They showed nothing that was related to what we were watching other than they were movies. And it was just horrible. Just horrible.
I don't. I think this year I've actually probably been in the theaters the most this year. But I don't have that experience.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, with me, I get annoyed with audiences.
Yes, so
That's
do I.
why I hate the movie theater.
Yeah.
Right.
So what I've been doing, and plus not only that, it's also cheap. I take matinees.
Yeah.
Me and my wife will grab the kids, wake up early in the morning, go see a 10 o'clock show in the morning.
Yeah.
Dude, we get. I mean, maybe it's the movie,
Yeah.
but I mean, depending on the movies we see, I mean, limited commercials. I don't think I go to Kokorian personally. I've always gone with them. Plus, they have a reward system.
Mm-hmm.
Reward system. You can buy so much, you get free tickets, free snacks. So I generally like that. But I never really had too much of a problem with it. But then again, I'm not there 40 something minutes.
Right.
I'm there literally like 10, 15 minutes before the movie.
Right.
Then I'm into the trailers, and then boom, I'm into the movie. But yeah, you know what? You're completely right on the fact that the trailers now, they're not even related to the movie anymore.
Yeah.
Or at least in somewhat of the same vein.
Yeah.
Like, the only ones I've noticed that for are Disney and Marvel. Like, Disney and Marvel stuff, they'll show you... Like, I think I saw Thor.
Right, but they'll only show you their movies. It's like a monopoly, too.
Right.
They have some special deal about that, too. Like,
Like, I think I saw Thor, they showed Cap, and they showed some other Disney bullshit that was going on.
I thought it was a little strange that a couple weeks ago when I saw Anchorman 2, why I'm seeing a trailer for the new Muppets movie that's coming out.
I haven't seen that.
I don't think those two translate at all.
Yeah.
I do. I think they're both comedy.
Muppets, yeah, I can see that.
So I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I think Anchorman's more for the stoner crowd, in a sense. Somewhat.
Well, it initially was, but that's why they made the sequel, because it kind of blew up above.
Yeah,
that
they want to
underground.
get it out of...
The stoner crowd thing is what they call cult, because potheads are smoking. But
when I went to this theater...
But not everybody's in the stoner that's a cult.
Right. When I went to this theater,
Nor in the
in
cold.
Vegas, I sat down. I carry my iPod in places like this because I just don't want to be bothered. And I'm wearing those good earpieces that can block out almost everything. Because I'm seeing all these commercials for everything before the trailers even begin. 7 trailers One, I remember the Jack Ryan movie, which I said looks good, and this other one, this surefire piece of shit that Cameron Diaz is in. You know, chick.
I wouldn't see it because she's in it.
It's just, oh god. I hope whoever watches this gets ovarian cancer. But it's just,
But you know what, too? That also...
7 trailers.
I see, I don't mind 7 trailers because to me that's the best part of the movie.
But especially none of them that you want to see.
Right.
That's the only problem.
Where I got bummed.
If they're a trailer that just doesn't work,
I like the Jack
then you're
Ryan.
Stuck watching crap.
I like watching.
You know?
I like the track. I'm probably going to go see the Jack Ryan movie, but it doesn't translate to American Hustle.
The only reason why you're going to see that movie is because that was the only decent fucking trailer during the whole time.
Right.
That's it, man. Oh, man.
Yeah. Everything else, I'm like, boring. Oh, that looks terrible. Jack Ryan, what's up? You know, it's like...
Yeah, but even that... Did the trailer look that good to you? Like, because...
Second time seeing it, I saw it also with the Anchorman 2 showing.
Okay.
So, yeah, you know what? And I like those stories. I've seen all of those movies.
And you know,
I will see this one.
I haven't seen a PG-13 movie in the theater for a while. Mm-hmm. That could have been why they were showing you just these... Because you saw a rated R movie, and it seems like your trailer seemed to be... Because I didn't see Jack Ryan. I didn't see this.
More action-based.
Yeah, I saw just a bunch of, like, Vampire Academy.
Oh,
that's
They
weird with
suck
47.
at school.
What was the rating on 47 Ronin?
It's PG-13.
PG, that's probably why.
Yeah.
American Hustles are.
Yeah, so that could have been it, too.
No. I don't know, but, you know, that's the thing with 47 Ronin, I automatically thought Zack Snyder, Sucker Punch. Just because it had that element. Like I get the Japan part, and I'm pretty sure I can guess what's gonna happen in the end.
Visually, I could say it's closer to Immortals if you saw that.
Okay, that was fucking a piece of crap.
No, it was like Snyder has style at least. You know, this was just like,
or an imitation of Snyder's view.
Let me just put it this way: this 47 Ronin. Again, I've never directed a full-length motion picture. I've only directed like little bullshit clip stuff for myself, for fun. But a lot of directors these days are coming from doing commercials, which is a complete, like, you don't tell story. I mean, you tell a story in a commercial, but not to the effect of cinema. And I noticed about 47 Ronin, like, all the shots in the movie didn't feel cinematic. It didn't feel like I was watching like an epic. It was like these medium shots where like nothing was like.
Didn't David O. Russell come for commercials?
I think he came from being a backup director for someone.
He was,
because I could have swore the guy who did Three Kings came from commercials.
No, he's done commercials, but that's not what he started.
Right. You know, P.T. Anderson, the guy that did Boogie Nights and Magnolia, was Robert Altman's backup director.
Yeah.
So there's lineage like that, but a lot of the directors now come from the music video realm.
Yeah, or they come right out of school and they get work and like there was no really cool shots. You know, usually like Last Samurai, you know, you see it in like 20% of the shots were these big, nice, dramatic
battlefield.
This movie
shots,
only had like that one, like, here we are, here's the setup, and then just a bunch of medium shots. Like, it just didn't feel epic for a type of epic 47 Ronin and these demons, and you're fighting the Tenju dragons and all this shit and swords. The cinematography was just very amateurish, and I actually heard that they were going to fire the director halfway through. That's why that's
probably why it had so many problems. That was one of those that had big time.
Yeah.
You heard about in the news just because it took so long.
Keanu is in the movie about 55% of the time.
That's weird. That might be a blessing in disguise, though.
I think this movie was filmed for the international audience more,
and they don't want to insult it by adding Keanu there.
And it bombed in Japan, where even Pacific Rim bombed. All the Japanese.
See, I don't get why Pacific Rim bombed though.
Pacific Rim should have been a runaway hit.
Well, no, because the Japanese are very, you know, this is
fuck them assholes.
I'm not talking about Japan. Pacific Rim should have been a runaway hit here.
I love Pacific Rim.
And I was surprised it wasn't.
Pacific Rim was almost going to be one of my top movies of the year.
Was it?
Well, speaking of that, I mean, we wasted some time on these fake ass trailers, some fake ass movies that are coming out soon. We're gonna start talking about what's badass this year. Top threes of the year.
Yeah, top threes of the year.
All right.
Wait. We're gonna start off with a little game first. Okay. What we decided to do is we're gonna. I mean, you guys were involved here, but I'm explaining to the audience here.
Yeah, of course.
We each got the 3 categories: music,
television, video games.
And we got we had to break down the
Movies, music, television, video games.
yeah, and we had to make a list of our top 3 of all those things. We're gonna
Which
try
is the
to
only
guess.
thing guys really care about are those 4 things.
Yeah, yeah.
Sex, but
Sex is a given. That's,
I don't have a top 3. I only have top 1.
Sex is one of those things like Pulp Fiction. Like
She's
it's
at home
above
right now.
the
Right,
ratings.
right.
All right. Well, okay. So we'll play a guessing game with this. Okay?
All right,
We're
so
gonna try to
you
guess.
start off first.
Okay.
What's your first of the top 3 you will go? Movies, television, video games, what is it?
We're gonna start with
Movies.
movies.
Okay, so I'm gonna shout out what I think Joe's top 3 are, and then you will. And then Joe will confirm what his top 3 are. I think Joe's top 3, Iron Man 3, Man of Steel, Thor.
Okay.
Pen, please.
Pen. Okay.
And you, Chad?
I think your top 3, going 3 to 1, are going to be Man of Steel,
Okay.
Iron Man 3,
Okay.
Elysium.
Chad
Joe's-
got them all.
all of them.
Yep.
Shit, so I only got 1 right.
Yep.
Man of Steel.
All right.
Okay.
Elysium, because I like sci-fi that's reality-based and can tell you pretty much what could happen, a possible future. That's always good sci-fi. Iron Man 3, it was a great ending to that trilogy.
Yes.
Wasn't perfect. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
I agree with you on that one. That was
Shane
awesome.
Black directed it well, wrote it well. I love the outro. Everything about it was cool. It was a very cool movie. Then Man of Steel, pretty much because I think they finally did Superman right.
Yes,
Yeah, I agree with that.
Definitely.
They finally did Superman justice.
I know there's a lot of Oscar contenders out there and everything, and my list is just pretty much fun. Like, fuck
Yeah.
American Hustle.
Superman
and
needs to be
overacting.
nominated.
Yeah, man, just fucking fun, man. Superman had Michael Shannon, who's like my favorite
Was an
actor right now, man.
awesome actor.
awesome
Oh,
Zod. Loved
Awesome
it.
everything.
Yeah.
Man. He's awesome. All
You
right,
know, I
well-
saw Elysium recently.
Yeah.
And I wasn't impressed with it.
Really? I liked it.
You know what it is? If I were to take that director, which I think is Neil Brothem, he's done 2 post-apocalyptic
Neil
movies right now.
Blomkamp.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Neil some bullshit.
Yeah.
I think if I'm gonna take that kind of movie, I'm gonna take District 9.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
of course.
Matt Damon was good.
like Jodie
but
Foster.
it
I
just
love that she
kinda
was a
fell
bitch and
flat
she
for me.
finally showed her lesbian roots.
That was awesome. But other than that, I just didn't really care about the little girl that was dying of cancer. I just didn't really care about Matt Damon. But it was, the best thing about it was fucking the bad guy.
Yeah, Kruger.
Kruger was
yeah.
fucking awesome. Especially the scene where they shoot it where the grenade explodes in his face
Yeah.
and they reconstruct his face. Badass. But other than that, it was
Yeah.
just average for me.
Oh yeah, I would say too the character. Those are the elements that, kind of like the fanboy thing
Right.
that you like. Like as far as sci-fi, as far as military, futuristic, urban sci-fi, that's the shit. That's like the exoskeletons.
I get how you like
the
it.
immigration. Like the characters. Yeah, they were cookie cutter.
Yeah.
but I like the world. I guess that's what.
I get it. That's
It was a cool world. Like that's gonna be our world, baby. Like I don't know. That's kind of what I thought about it. So next, let's do Alex's top 3.
Okay.
I'll go first on this one.
So we're sticking with movies, right?
For sure.
Top 3
Yeah,
movies,
we'll
okay.
do the movies right now.
I guarantee you guys will get the majority of them. Go ahead.
Real simple. I just have one sentence for Alex, and I'll get them all right. Whatever the biggest fanboy movie was of the year, it's there. Whatever.
What are the top 3?
I say Iron Man 3,
Okay.
Man of Steel,
Okay.
and that's all I got. Thor
Okay.
and Thor.
Okay.
I got in no particular order: Man of Steel,
Okay.
Iron Man 3, and Thor 2.
All right. My top 3, Thor, which is a big fucking surprise even for me.
Yeah, I was surprised
I
about
fucking hated that first Thor. I came into this one expecting to hate it. I fucking loved it.
Do you think that has a kind of effect too of why you like it so much? Because
No,
you were
you know what?
expecting nothing, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Whoa,
that
it's
was
better."
probably it too, but also they didn't really stick with that stupid love story they did in the first
Yeah.
one. There was a lot of Asgard, which Asgard's too beautiful to turn away from. You love looking
Yeah,
at it.
I love Asgard.
So do Asgard. It's great.
Love
So,
Asgard.
anyways, and Loki was just badass.
always.
Second, we talked about it. Pacific Rim.
Chad didn't guess yet, did he?
Hey, dude, he said it's 3.
I said my 3. I said Man of Steel, Iron Man 3, and Thor 2.
Oh, that's quick. Go.
Pacific Rim.
Oh, that almost made mine.
You cannot
Yeah.
turn away from giant robots
Yeah.
fighting fucking monsters. The only problem I had with it, but it still made my list, these fucking robots had automatic weapon swords on them and they fucking used it at the end of the movie. That's so stupid. But other than that, great movie. Last, so I did have Iron Man 3.
Okay.
But I said, you know what? I already have one Marvel movie, and I took Thor as the top. I put, this is the end. The Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen comedy. You know, I saw the trailer for it. It delivered.
Yeah.
The movie worked perfectly. I could not stop fucking laughing.
Yeah,
at that movie.
I agree. I like that one. Too.
That was, for me, the best.
Yeah.
So anyways, Chad, your top 3?
All right.
We gotta guess. Joe, you first.
All right, let me start first. American Hustle, but I say is going to be on there.
That's what I said.
I say Iron Man 3 and Pink Sock Puppets 3.
No.
I only have one on the because you don't talk about movies too much. American Hustle. That was the only one that I had.
I knew he was going to see it, and I heard it was good, so I'm pretty sure.
All right, going 3-1. My third is going to be Man
So you
of
guys
Steel.
are all keeping tally, right? You
Yes,
guys wrote
yes.
who's.
Oh, shit.
My 3.
You invented the game, you should keep score.
I kept score on mine.
Oh, shit.
So you should have done. So okay, hold on. Let's
I got two of
recap.
yours.
Let's
I got
recap
two of
mine.
yours.
Okay, so you have 2, and Chad, how many did you get on mine?
I got 2 out of 3 years.
Okay, all
How
right.
many of mine did you get?
I got 1.
Okay.
Now we're going to Chad's.
Okay.
So your top 3.
My third is Man of Steel.
Okay.
Man of Steel. Now, again, yes, did they do Superman justice? Absolutely. Anything was an improvement over Superman Returns in my book.
Definitely.
You know, and again, even though I thought the death toll was crazy out of control, and our running gag is it turned into a Dragon Ball Z movie after a certain point.
Yeah.
But that was worth watching.
Which is the way Dragon Ball the movie should have been.
It should have been. But, you know, yeah, so Zack Snyder, kudos to you, brother. I loved what you did. Hope you're on for the next few sequels.
You know what, though? I was so... Oh, go ahead. Never mind. I didn't mean to cut you off.
All right. Number 2, Iron Man 3.
Right.
See, I should have put it just because. I should have put it.
I had to hold on to hope that it was going to be an improvement over the second one.
It was.
And Robert Downey Jr. is sexy to you.
The guy's a badass, dude.
Robert Downey Jr., I'll watch anything. I don't
Honestly,
care.
yeah.
You know that saying? That guy is... Women want to fuck him and men want to be him.
Right. That's him.
That's Robert Downey
Yeah.
Jr.
Yeah,
right?
that's definitely it.
I want to fuck him.
I like.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
I want to be him, excuse me.
I mean,
Excuse me.
You know, a lot of people griped and complained that it was a little too comedic and a little too, you know, they didn't like a certain plot twist in it. I was fine with it. I liked that it was semi-serious and then not, but it wasn't drag you down serious. Iron Man 2 was drag you down serious to a certain point.
Yeah.
This wasn't. It knew to be lighthearted when it needed to be. It knew to be serious when it needed to be. I kind of like the way that whole tied in.
You know what? I agree
It
with
wrapped it
that
up.
movie worked so good.
It wrapped it up perfectly.
Yep.
You didn't want to see him suffer anymore, and that was the best part of the whole thing. And yes, the ending at the end of the credits,
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
It just only whets my appetite for the next Avengers movie.
Yeah.
My number 1, surprisingly, this is the end.
Wow.
Because
Oh, wow, I didn't expect that.
I could never get enough of the way that whole party was set up.
Yeah, that was great.
And just,
that
you
movie
know,
was awesome.
there's so many things to hit on. I mean, one of the little sleeper parts of it was Jay Baruchel, the guy who shows up to the party that Rogan picks up from in the
The
beginning.
skinny guy from all the
The
movies.
skinny guy who was knocked up.
Doesn't like Hollywood.
Who doesn't like Hollywood. He kind of does a
The
bit of a-
Canadian.
Yeah.
He's kind of doing the Canadian Woody Allen anti-LA kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? But it's working well.
Yeah.
Danny McBride just made me
It was good.
He's
made
always
me
still
howl.
sure.
Like, you know, my favorite part is it was in the movie is also in the trailer, in the Red Band trailer, where the helicopter crash lands and Craig Robinson gets that little cut on his finger and just freaks out and goes, "Fuck your house, Franco!" Things like that, and of course, Hermione
Yeah.
stealing all their shit.
Yeah, she was good in it too.
Oh,
really cute.
you know, but then again, after what they were talking about, all the possibilities they might have to do, I don't blame her for reacting the way she did.
Yeah.
And Jonah Hill getting raped, but
Yeah. I was gonna say that. That
you know,
Jonah Hill part was awesome.
Jonah Hill getting raped, Aziz Ansari dying,
The Jonah Hill exorcism was great.
Yeah.
Michael Cera dying was fucking perfect.
That guy for me stole that whole movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael Cera was just badass, man.
You know, does it look bad? Danny McBride leaving the Savages. I mean, too many good things. It just had put a big dumb smile on my face.
Well,
So-
Michael Cera can still get good roles, as himself at least.
I think he needs to do another Scott Pilgrim.
So do I.
Yeah.
That Scott Pilgrim was so underrated, but that movie was awesome.
I thought it was really cool too.
All right, let's go top 3 music. Let's go.
Right.
Now, okay. Now for Joe, anyways, we'll go Joe's top 3 music. I gotta count myself out of this one. I kind of, at least 2 of them, I saw his list by accident because we thought of this game last minute. So I could only possibly get one right.
All right.
But anyways, my top 3 for Joe. Well, I'm only say one because I know he has 2 of them.
Okay.
Not the new Nine Inch Nails album.
Yeah, I think the new NIN album might make your list.
Okay, and what else?
I think also the new My Bloody Valentine might have made your list in some weird way.
Okay.
And the new Depeche Mode record.
Sounds like your list, Chad. Fucking dick.
Nope.
Well, you guys were, well, Chad got one.
Which one?
The Depeche Mode Delta Machine.
So I got
Okay.
none of them.
No. Well,
0 for Alex.
What were the other 2?
All right, well, here I go. Daft Punk, Random Access Memories.
Really?
An album that I despised when I first heard it. But this past year, I've been really, really working hard on my music production. And that movie, that
Those guys are fucking badass,
so
dude.
well produced. You could hear every instrument. It's not mastered too loud, like for the Loudness Wars.
Right.
And I admit I haven't listened to too many albums this year, like
Okay.
new releases. I've been trying to catch up with a lot of stuff that I missed throughout the years. So to be fair, but it's a good album. I'm not knocking it in any way. I think that it's a good album. That song Instant Crush, I can't get enough of it. I don't know why. It just stuck on me. That's my standout track on that album. Depeche Mode Delta Machine.
Right.
Again, it sounds great. I'm impressed that Depeche Mode can still make good music even after all these years.
Yeah, I didn't know Depeche Mode had a new album.
This is the first D-Mode album I've liked a whole lot in a very long time.
They haven't let me, believe it or not, my least favorite Depeche Mode album was that Angels one.
Yeah, we were talking about how loud that thing was mixed.
Yeah, it was mixed hard, but just the songs didn't really grab my... I can tolerate them trying to be bluesy, but they still need to bring in that catchy little hook. That's what I want from Depeche Mode.
Delta Machine was pretty bluesy.
But it had little catchy hooks.
Yeah.
So it had the right balance.
Yes.
Kanye West, Yeezus.
Really?
Yes. Because, again, the production, you put that on any system in your house, you turn it loud as fuck, it just rips your ears off in a good way. It's not produced horribly. It sounds really good. 6 out of the 12, 13 songs I like, but those songs that I like, I'm listening to them over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
And so that's pretty much it. And then to me, that's a good album. That's maybe back in the day, I would expect an album to have at least 10 songs like that.
Right.
But
Yeah, now you can't hope for too much.
now if you have 6 songs that I really, really like, then
I gotta listen. You know, I remember Chad talked about Access Memory, and it kind of swayed me not to listen to it.
Right.
But I personally feel, because I've liked Daft Punk's last 3 albums.
Yeah.
I think I might have to re-listen to this album. But I didn't know Depeche Mode did a new one.
Yeah.
Seek it out. It's good.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
All right. So
Well,
you go to Chad or go to me next?
Go to you.
All
Go
right.
to you.
Top 3 music. Yes.
I say 9 Inch Nails.
Ding 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 ding.
Okay.
1.
Did the White Stripes put anything out this year?
No, White Stripes haven't put anything out
What
in
the
years.
fuck have I ever listened to? I listened to them, but I've never
I don't know.
talked about them.
White Stripes haven't done anything in
I'm
years.
doing the same thing you did with Chad in the movies. That's the only thing I could really think of.
Okay, all right.
So you got 1 point.
Woo!
Chad, you probably have more.
Well, I know. Oh, well, it's a given. NIN made your list.
Definitely.
I don't know if Daft Punk. No, Daft Punk did not make your
No,
list.
but that counts as your guess.
Okay, well, fine.
No, what is top 3s? If that wasn't your top 3, was that in your top 3?
Ask.
No, but I won't tell them.
Okay.
No, I'm taking a shot in the dark.
There's a
whether or
point
not the
system
Daft
here,
Punk
though.
album made your list.
So make
I
sure
didn't
it's
get
in your
3
point
guesses.
system. You don't want
Okay.
you cheating in music.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna, just because Joe surprised the shit out of me, Yeezus. Did Yeezus make it?
Yes.
Oh.
And that was a recent addition. Also, I'm gonna give you my top 3. One, you guys wouldn't have known, so I don't even deduct a point for it because I don't think you would have known. Harry Nilsson.
Okay.
I've recently got into him, and I've been listening to his music fucking for the last 5 months.
Wow.
You know, it's just he was one of those artists that kind of blew me. He was really he wasn't really popular in the 60s, but John Lennon fucking loved him. And then he slowly gained popular 70s, 80s. He did, I get you guys all know him from the song Coconut.
Nope.
You know, he put the lime in the coconut.
Oh,
it was on Reservoir Dogs.
What's up?
Talking about John Lennon?
Harry Neeson.
Harry Neeson's friend of John
What did
Lennon.
I hear about John Lennon?
Don't worry about it. What do you want?
John Lennon is a liar. He's a hypocrite. He's an asshole.
Raymond just busted up the entire
I know, just ruined the flow.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
It's cool. It's cool.
All right, so
Anyways, what's that? John Lennon liked Harry Nilsson. The Beatles ended up liking Harry Nilsson. So he did the Coconut song. He did the song "Jump Into the Fire." He did one. It's a Goodfellas song.
Yeah.
His music's everywhere. You just don't know who he is.
Yeah,
He's one of
yeah.
those artists.
so he didn't have a new album out. It was
No, he passed away.
Oh, this is just something you discovered.
That's
this
why
year.
I don't
Oh,
count you.
gotcha.
You shouldn't, you know.
Okay.
Oh, I
But
hear
this
you.
is something I've been listening to. If you follow my Facebook, you would have known.
We should get
Yeah.
+1 then.
All right, go ahead and
No,
do
I'm just
plus
kidding.
one.
No, I don't do none
All
of
right.
that.
What's your number 2?
So number 2, well, Harry Nilsson's one. 9 Inch Nails, obviously.
Okay.
We had a discussion about it before. I love the hesitation marks. It was one of those albums like Joe with Daft Punk. Took me a while to get used to.
Yeah.
I love what he's doing with it. I love the sound. It doesn't sound like any of his other albums, but yet it still sounds true to his character. Loved it.
Cool.
Third one, Yeezus. I was completely fucking surprised by it.
Right.
And that,
right,
and
right.
for the only reason it made my list, I originally had Lady Gaga's pop album.
Really?
I did. Because that album is fucking badass. But Google had a free download for Yeezus' album.
The whole album?
The whole
entire
album.
thing?
The whole thing. If you were part of Google Play, you were able to get his whole album for free. I downloaded it, listening to it on the way over here. That album is fucking badass.
I thought
The production, even his rhymes,
What he says is awesome, man.
compared to the music that's going on in the background, ideally shouldn't fit. But he makes it work so flawlessly.
Okay.
It just worked unbelievable. I loved it,
Yeah.
and that's one of the tunes that I'll be listening to for a while.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my top 3 in music.
Okay.
All right, whew, that was
Chad, top 3. Unfortunately, I don't have anything in music because I don't.
yeah.
It's like a brick wall. They're everywhere.
Well,
Yeah,
we
like-
gotta do it anyway. Joe, you start.
Zero.
I say
Chad.
Delta Machine, Depeche Mode. Did John Spencer's Blues Explosion release anything this year?
No.
So
that was
Chad
last
should have
year.
got 2 points on mine.
I don't
You got
even
one.
know. That's all I can really say. Oh, My Bloody Valentine, of course, would be on there.
You should have had it written down.
Yeah.
You can't just make it up.
There you go.
And 3.
Jesus.
All right, Alex, you go.
Unfortunately, I didn't have anything on my list.
Well, at least I thought of something.
Yeah, at least he thought.
No, you hang
tried.
I didn't write it down, but at least I thought of it.
I was gonna say I was gonna say Blood on the Dance Floor, but that was.
Oh, there you go. You should have. Wouldn't that have been a big surprise if you said Blood
Blood on the Dance Floor, Drew's album.
Oh,
I drank
God.
off to the whole time.
That would have been the end of a friendship.
So what is it? Oh, and while we're talking, Chad is wearing a Johnny Cash shirt with this flipping me off correctly. He's like, fuck you. All right,
All right,
so
Chad,
what is it,
top
Chad?
3.
All right, going from 3 to 1.
Okay.
Number 3, Queens of Stone Age, Like Clockwork.
See, I didn't know they had a new album. I've been so
Okay.
away from music this year.
The Time Off.
Well,
did
since
the-
you're so behind, you could put it on fucking 2020 list, Alex.
I probably will.
Yeah.
The Time Off did them some good. There's a lot of surprising guest stars, like Elton John is on the thing.
On Queens of the Stone Age?
Yeah, well, he's not
Shit.
singing on it, but his piano is very much featured in this thing.
Well, ain't he the biggest queen ever? And he's from the Stone Age.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the singles that came off this thing were great. My God is a Sun was the first single, and it was just a rocker. There's one I keep playing called I Sat by the Ocean.
Oh, wow.
That's just an awesome song. One that's really hypnotic called I Appear Missing.
Oh, I heard I Talked to a Tree.
So really?
That's my favorite song on there.
Yeah.
It's not a song
It's
on
not
there.
a song on
No.
there. It easily could have been.
I know. I love their song names.
My number 2, because I was really shocked at how much I like this one, the new Vampire Weekend album, Modern Vampires of the City. This is their 3rd album. they've grown up from each record. They're kind of leaving the little cheekiness behind and actually wrote about some serious subjects. Not heavy U2 serious.
Okay.
But it showed that they're maturing a bit.
Okay.
Their sound is branching out significantly. Most bands tend to start off their album with a rocker. They started theirs off with a ballad of sorts. But it's a very well written, produced ballad. This is probably one of the best produced albums I've heard from anyone in the last 5
No
years.
Yeezus.
It's no Yeezus.
No Yeezus.
Okay, but
You know, but yeah, it's one I cannot stop playing.
nice.
My number one, I've said this before, I'll say it again, MBV.
Yep,
I Blame
I got it.
Valentine.
I got one of them.
Their first album in 22 years, and it's proof that absence does in fact make the heart grow fonder. It's
Fucking rip off of Poison the Well, bastards.
Stupid.
That was the title on one of the Poison the Well albums.
you know, just it was one of those things. It wasn't trying to outdo the Legend of Loveless.
Okay.
You know, it was making a new album for a whole new generation that's getting into them, and that was a smart play to go.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, after so many years, after 22 years, it was a welcome thing. Because when you heard it, there's a lot of debate about how good it was going to be and how I was going to stand up compared to Loveless. And then you find out it stands out really well because it's not trying to outdo it. It's trying to be its own thing.
Cool.
Did you guys do movies yet?
Yeah, we already did the top three.
Yeah.
did.
Damn it.
I love
All right,
yeah.
so now okay.
TV shows.
So,
Okay.
okay. Now the whole point of this generally is just how well we know each other.
Yeah.
The movie, I mean, we should really stick with stuff that's current for 2013, but
Yeah.
either way, because when we get to the video games, it might be a little different.
Oh yeah, video games is good.
But anyways, so okay, movies. Who's gonna start first?
We're actually off on movies.
TVs.
We're on
We're gonna do
shows
TV
now.
shows.
Oh, televisions. Who's starting
Elysium.
off?
We'll just keep doing it. Start. You guys guess with me.
All right, we'll start with Joe.
Go.
So, top 3 movies for Joe.
Top 3 TV shows.
Top TV shows, excuse me. I think I nailed this one. Okay. Boardwalk Empire, Breaking Bad, and I don't know why I said this, but I just threw it out in the dark. Archer.
Okay.
Okay, Chad.
Boardwalk Empire and Breaking Bad, I know, are definitely on the list.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Game of Thrones.
You know, I should have fucking said that one. Let's see. Joe's top 3 are
Top 3. Breaking Bad, number 1.
Okay.
ding ding ding. 1 point for Alex.
Right. Boardwalk Empire, number 2.
Ding ding
Yeah.
ding. 2 points.
Number 3, I'm gonna change because I completely neglected Game of Thrones.
No, but was that on your list originally?
No.
Okay, then
So
go what
what's
was
your third?
originally on your list.
Prophets of Science Fiction.
Okay, so then
No,
that doesn't
no,
count.
no. Game of
No,
Thrones
you
is
have to go what was originally on your list.
I forgot about Game of Thrones. I don't know why.
Then it wasn't your top 3. If you didn't remember it, it doesn't count.
I guess because I saw this
Disqualified.
this morning.
Disqualified.
All right, well, whatever.
All right.
Anyways, I mean, anything you want to say about those?
If I have to explain it to you, then you're fucking lame.
I would have to agree.
Okay, Alex.
Go,
is top
Chad.
3.
No, you go. You say mine for last. Go ahead. Top 3.
Save yours for last?
Yeah, go.
My top 3 is simple.
Oh, hold on. Okay, so we gotta guess Chad's.
No, but let's just keep to the order we've been doing. You're
Yeah.
next.
Oh, fine then. Okay, so
I say Breaking Bad,
okay,
Boardwalk Empire,
okay,
and Bob's Burgers.
Chad.
For mine?
No.
Or for yours?
Yes.
For his. Okay, Breaking Bad, I think is pretty much a no-brainer.
Okay.
Game of Thrones, I'm also going to throw out there
Okay.
again. Third, I'm going to go ahead and go Dark Horse and say Archer.
No. Ooh,
No.
Wow, I could have swore I thought you guys would have. I could have swore I thought you guys would have nailed all these, just because we talked about them through all the podcasts.
Okay, well, what are they?
Breaking Bad.
Right.
Okay.
For you don't even have to explain.
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy was
Whoa.
fucking great this year.
Oh,
And the last one, Arrow.
Arrow.
I've talked about that. Arrow was just a great fucking DC storytelling of Green Arrow. Loved it.
One. I only got one.
I could have sworn I thought you guys would have got more.
Okay.
I forgot.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, now Chad, I'm gonna guess Boardwalk Empire, Breaking Bad, Pink Sock Debutantes number 3. No.
I said Breaking Bad, Boardwalk Empire, Sons. That's what I said,
Sons.
Chad.
Okay. Going from 3 to 1. 3, Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, one for Alex.
All right. This season was an emotional kick in the gut from start
Yes,
to
it was.
finish.
It was fucking unbelievable.
And that ending, still has me furious. But I knew it was going to go that way.
Kurt Sutter did such a good job.
Yeah,
And
so
then-
that next season's going to be the last season. That's going to have to go balls out. Number 2, Boardwalk Empire. Now,
ding,
I've
ding.
said this before. Every season of Boardwalk, it's only been 4 so far. Every season tops the previous one.
Yeah.
Even though it's slow to start, when it gets to the midway point, to the drive home point, you are blown the hell away.
It's like a freight train without fucking brakes.
Exactly. There have been 2, like I said before, there was a part of this that made me tear up, and there was a part of this, and there was 2 central deaths in the show. One that hurt me here,
Yeah.
and one that just made me insanely sad.
Right.
And they're not the ones you think.
Okay.
But it was like one of them really came out of nowhere, and one I kind of knew was coming.
Yeah.
And number 1, it's unanimous, Breaking Bad. I mean, only 8 episodes, and it solidified its standing as really the best show there is.
Right.
Yep.
It's not just hyperbole when people say this is the best show.
Fucking 3 for 3, motherfuckers.
That gave you the points right there.
I
man.
fucking knew it.
I mean, the ending just was tied up so neatly. No loose ends.
Right.
It made perfect sense. There isn't a flaw to these 8 episodes. Not a single one.
We agree, and so does everyone else. Now, the next topic, another one of our expertises here on this podcast, video games. Now, video games is a little special subject because video games is a part of entertainment that can actually take longer than that year that the game
Correct.
came out to play. So, we're going to stick to more of like what we're playing now, what's good.
But not only that, the general purpose of the game was how well we know each other.
Correct. Okay, so let's do it.
Okay.
My top
Joe.
3 games.
All right, so I have for Joe.
After my list has been on the monitor all the whole
I didn't
podcast.
cheat. I admit
Okay.
if I did.
Right.
Skyrim, because I've heard you talk about it. Worms, because I see you fucking play it. And fucking Gears of War. I don't know why I said that, I just did.
Okay, Chad.
Skyrim, because
Okay.
again, it's one of those you just never seem to not talk about.
Okay.
Gears, because Gears is just a phenomenon unto itself.
Okay.
And yeah, why not Worms?
Okay.
All right.
I do enjoy Worms. That didn't sound right, but I meant the video game. But it is not on my list.
Okay,
Okay.
your list considers.
My number 1 game right now, that I played this year was The Witcher 2.
Okay.
Great game. It's I'm a big fan of these open world RPGs where your decision matters. Every game that I played where your decision mattered
Didn't really matter.
fucking matter.
All right.
Mass Effect, those decisions don't matter at the end of everything.
At least not in 3. 2's did.
Right, but at the end, the
No.
big picture, you gauge it on. Even then, in order to get to the point, it wasn't really like... Trust me, if you play The Witcher 2, that game has so many twists where pretty much there's about like 4 to 6 parts where those have 4 different branches.
See, I've been seeing the trailers for the new one for the next gen. I really am considering getting it.
Get part 2 when it comes to, oh man, it's awesome. The graphics are great. It's the closest thing to, if you like Game of Thrones, it's pretty much a Game of Thrones thing.
Okay.
But in a badass game, better than Zelda. Skyrim, which you guys all got.
Yay, 1 point.
I bought that game when it first came out, and I'm still playing it. I haven't been one of those gamers for the last probably 8 years.
Right.
That sits in front of the TV for more than 1 to 2 hours, playing games. I find I have a lot more enjoyment just 1 or 2 hours, maybe even 3. Playing at that pace, not every day even. I'm still playing Skyrim. I think 3 years later, or 2 years later. It's a great game. Have you even played it?
No.
Oh man.
I just the only thing it's mainly the problem I have with Bethesda is that their shit is mainly geared towards the first person RPG.
Yeah.
I can't stand that. I don't like
Oh, the
the
first
visual.
person. Oh,
I
okay,
don't-
gotcha. Yeah. Oh, then you'll love The Witcher then because it's third person.
that's what I'm hoping for.
Oh yeah. And then
Your third?
my third would be The Witcher 1 because
Okay.
I caught
Only
up
got one
with the
right.
story. Yeah. So.
Okay, so I guess time for you guys to guess my top 3 video games.
Oh wow. I would say GTA 5,
Ding 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 ding.
Gears of War. Oh, remember, don't go ding 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 till the end. And Dead Rising 3.
Well, if you had it written down, it doesn't matter.
What are your guesses?
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. GTA 5 and Dead Rising 3 are certainly up there. And I think that I can't remember the other one. I'm just gonna admit it's 2.
Which one?
I'm just gonna say, I can't come up with a third. I'm gonna leave it at 2.
Oh, okay. So my top 3. Now this was a recent purchase. Well, received as a gift. I am fucking hooked. Legend of Zelda: Between Two Worlds, or the whole 3DS Zelda game. It brings me back to the Link of the Past. I love that bird's eye view Legend of Zelda, which we had been missing for so long. Great fucking game.
Did you get free porn?
No, I didn't. Of course.
That would have made it better.
Second, Dead Rising 3.
Woo! Ding ding.
I originally had Batman in that spot, but Dead Rising 3 stole the show.
Nice.
That game capitalized on so many flaws that 2 and 1 had. The whole time consumption, doing everything within this time frame, they got rid of. The being able to craft anywhere you want, they improved. They fixed a lot of it. The characters are solid characters. I guess now because it's on next gen, just the threat of the zombies are everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't take a shit without them being on your neck, which is great for gameplay. Third, Grand Theft Auto 5. Rockstar, in my eyes, is probably the golden child.
Yeah.
They never do anything wrong from all their GTAs to what was Max Payne to my personal favorite Red Dead.
Well, their only like blemish would be like LA Noire, I guess.
Probably.
If
you consider that a blemish, that's not even really that
that's what I'm
bad
saying.
of a
It's not
blemish.
even bad, but it would be like their least entertaining.
LA Noire was probably not marketed right, but I wouldn't call it a blemish. It was interesting for what
Yeah.
it was.
All right, now Chad.
Go ahead.
I only have one for Chad
I
Worms.
say worms.
That was all I had for Chad Worms.
Doom 32 X
I should have said that one. I should have said joke ones. Fuck next time.
and Godfather Online.
I fucking should have. I never considered video games outside of consoles.
And so you're just gonna rip
I-
off my list now, huh?
Well, I just know, but
you
now
guys
I
know.
know next time to think that.
Well, yeah, because not only that, but the industry has changed so much.
Yeah,
where,
it never occurred to me.
iPads and fucking. Oh, never mind. I thought of a different game.
Well, if it's on your list, you're done. You can't
Yeah,
say.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Chad. Confirm.
Go ahead.
you guess now.
You guess.
Oh, I
now.
said I only had Worms.
Oh, worms. That's
Worms.
right. Go.
All right. I'm going to surprise you here. Yes, the Godfather game, Godfather 5 Families, is probably going to make my list every year because this year I joined a crew
I know what to put for next year.
and I've gotten way more involved and way more advanced than even I thought I would.
Yeah.
So there's that. There's that to look
Are
forward
you the
to.
Michael Corleone yet?
No, I'm not. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there.
Are you more like the Carlito?
I'm like one of the many yes men.
He's the Luca Brasi.
He's the henchman in the original Batman.
If anything,
Oh, my number one guy.
Dear Godfather, I hope your
anything-
son
if
has a
anything-
masculine child.
if anything, I'm a Tom Hagen.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, yeah. Number 2.
Consigliere.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Number 2, yeah, Worms, because
Nice.
Worms is thoroughly enjoyable.
So I do have at least one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did I. That would have been on my list too.
Yeah.
now, even
But
though I
some
don't-
playing it is. I figure
now,
that.
even though I haven't had a good system for a while, I did get a chance to play Grand Theft Auto 5.
Really?
I
No,
am. My mind is blown to the
Wow.
point where there's probably nothing left, and if whenever they come up with the next one, it's got to be just
next time I'm just throwing Rockstar in everybody's list. Just
because again, what he said, Rockstar is the golden child. It really can't do any wrong.
And now you haven't really purchased a new system this last generation.
these last three generations.
Last two.
Well, I'm just
Last
saying,
two.
but would you say GTA 5, given the price drops and the new systems, the Xbox 360, I say, is going to be about $100 one day.
Oh,
within a
real
year,
soon.
right?
Real
99
soon.
bucks.
Right.
And GTA 5 probably like $20, the Game of
Something
the Year
like that.
edition.
Right.
Would you upgrade to that?
Why not?
I think so. I mean, I would. I'm waiting to get GTA 5 until I get my Xbox One or PS4.
Well, there'd be no reason to get an Xbox One because GTA 5's not on Xbox One.
It's not.
No, it's only on Xbox and
I mean,
PlayStation.
the story.
PS4?
No, PlayStation 3.
Oh,
Is
so
the-
it's not even next gen yet?
Nope.
This whole time I thought it was going to be coming out for that.
Nope.
Oh, well then,
I
fuck it.
mean, yeah, the story of GTA 5 really impressed the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I'll just wait till it's a value game then.
You know, much the way the story of GTA San Andreas impressed me. I really thought that, and that psychotic dude was just, man.
Trevor.
That was a
He was
runaway
awesome.
character. That was a runaway character. And so, yeah, again, Rockstar could do no wrong in my eyes.
All right.
So GTA 5 is my number one.
All right,
Wow.
so let's tally it up.
Tally up our points.
I have total of 4 points for Chad, and I have 4 points for Joe.
Oh, I didn't divide it by points like that though. To each person.
You
Hold
total
on.
everything up. Well, you have 5.
2, 4, 6 for Chad. I got 6 on Chad. 4 on Alex.
4, huh?
No.
No more.
4, 5, 6 on you too. 6 and 6.
Sheesh.
Okay, I didn't think to write down video games. I kind of just guessed them off the top of my head. For the two of you.
It's fine.
So I was basing off the 3 criteria. I got I got 7 for Joe total, and I have 5 for Alex.
He loved me.
He loves you.
me. No, but actually, that's
Fucking, you have 5 for me?
Yeah,
You know more about me than I know about you. What the fuck?
Well,
I gotta pay
think
attention
because
to
you
your
talked
Facebook.
about it more. Yeah, you see him on your Facebook.
I gotta pay attention to his Facebook.
No, I think
more.
he got most of the info from like what you talked about here on the podcast.
No, he knew the Nine Inch Nails stuff on Facebook.
Oh, what do you? I see. That's one, but I know that too, and it just didn't hit me.
Yeah.
we had an ongoing debate about Nine Inch Nails albums, like for best to worst to best.
You know what? And I was actually looking on some lists when I was doing some research for the pre-show, and I looked up albums that came out last year, movies that came out last year, and 2 or 3 of the things you guys mentioned weren't on those lists that I was going to.
Yeah, like Harry Nielsen, and maybe I should have made it something more current, but I don't know.
No, but I mean,
the whole
like, in
point is you gotta know
general,
what
like,
it means.
that should have been on there. Not that, whatever, yeah. All right, well, now we're going to get a little personal again and talk about the memorable major event in our lives of 2013. I can go first.
Start it off.
I was laid off from a job that I had 5 years,
Okay.
and it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. Not financially,
Best thing, huh?
yeah, but as far as personally, and as far as, well, I've worked since I was 19, really nonstop, maybe a couple months off here or there.
Right. And same here.
Yeah, so I took it as a year, and I was making enough money where I was able to take the year off and kind of just work on music, work on getting this podcast set up. And so at the same time, I want to kind of go over what I'm looking forward to next year, which probably would be this podcast growing into something,
Yes.
my music production getting better, and overall just getting a new job and a new career, hopefully.
For next year, anyways, what I'm looking forward to. And then I can go to the big. What are we going to do? Big events of this year because you switched it up.
They're all kind of disconnected.
All right, so my what I'm looking forward to next year is I have 3. I don't know. I did everything in 3s.
Okay.
A new car. Me and my wife have been talking about getting a new car. That's the main thing that I either have a Kia Soul on my list or a Nissan Versa. We've been talking. Me and my mutual married buddies have been talking about going to Big Bear for vacation. Looking forward to that. I love fucking the wilderness. Love it. And movies. Movies are fucking a big thing for me next year. We got Amazing Spider-Man 2, X-Men, Godzilla, Planet of the Apes, Transformers, Captain America, Guardians. You name it. We got a shitload coming out.
Oh, it's way too many.
There are going to be a lot of. Next year is going to be pretty exciting.
That in 2015 for
Yeah.
movies, anyways.
I didn't see any of those trailers in the beginning of 47 Ronin
Which you
yesterday.
think they would have shown,
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
That's why I'm
Yeah.
perplexed.
As far as personal event, there wasn't really anything big that happened. As for an event that I think I was really perplexed and just glued to the television to watch by was really the Boston bombing. Not that I want to bring anything down, but I was watching all the conspiracy theories unfold in real time, seemingly, and
Yeah.
That happened this year, huh?
Yeah.
it did happen this year, and all the speculation and just watching the machine roll out
Yeah.
in real time, how things sort of happened and how things are perceived. It gave me a lot better of a vision of it, better than any other traumatic event.
Even the Fort Hood shooting, and then that other high school thing happened.
So many high school
Well,
shootings.
there's
happen.
so many. I mean, look, Sandy
Hard to keep
Hook.
track of now.
Things like Sandy Hook, Fort Hood, Katrina. Things like that, but just didn't unfold. Like I said, I can not to keep repeating myself, but unfold in real time. But this was one of those things. I sat there and watched, and I sat and one of my.
So that was a big event for you, though.
Why? Yeah, it
All
was because seeing something like that, it wasn't it wasn't necessarily traumatic, but I had to stop and pay attention. And normally I don't do that when I hear about it because I'm so jaded. It's like another shooting here, another robbery here that got wrong here. Now,
But what specifically, what caused that to be like your personal thing of the day?
the fact that how simple it seemed that was done, that involved a pressure cooker just left down a sidewalk. You know, it wasn't mass casualty, but it was casualties nonetheless.
Okay.
That YouTube clip I saw a couple weeks later of some guy on the street giving.
Yeah, fuck Bono, dude.
Yeah, you know, some clip on the street of some guy giving that guy that works for Alex Jones shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know,
Fuck YouTube.
you know, that was a worthy moment for me. As far as a positive one, again, you know, bringing it back to music was second last night of FYF Fest watching My Bloody Valentine set and them living up to their legend live
Nice.
as the loudest live band I have ever heard, and that's with earplugs in.
That was a big event for you.
It was. Well, I mean, when you're so loud, you keep blowing out the PA system.
I didn't know they were known for that.
Yeah.
Alright, so you know what? I guess because I overlooked
And
this.
what I'm looking forward to next year, really, is Captain America. I'm just looking forward to that.
Nice.
I guess I have a couple big events that I kind of overlooked. My big event, obviously, this year, birth of my son.
Of course.
Named him fucking Link after The Legend of Zelda. I had to.
Link.
Sorry. I don't know any guy named Link. Sorry. You know a friend named Link?
Some little kid that my friend named Link. Poor kid.
Link. Comic-Con was a big thing for me this year.
Yeah.
I was there for the whole fucking 5 days. It's exhausting as it looks. It was
I bet.
unbelievably fun, though.
Yeah.
And then Xbox One, I mean, unfortunately, as minor as it is, it's a big deal. And it's a big deal nowadays, these consoles coming out. So
Right.
those are the big ones for me. But number one's the Sun, obviously.
Okay, obviously.
The sun.
The Sun. The birth of the golden child.
Did you hold him up to? Did you hold him up?
I held him up to the light.
like Lion King, just.
I said, save the kingdom, son.
No, when right when he popped out, he went. Like held him up like a heart jar.
Yeah.
Well, that pretty much.
Other than that,
Yeah, we're looking forward to things. This is the last podcast of the year.
what are we gonna exit out with? Pink sock out.
Pink sock out.
Pink sock out.
Sock out.
All right, guys. Happy New Year. See you next year.
Happy New
Next
Year.
Pink sock out.
Pink sock. Pink sock.
How long was that one?
Shit.
So we had